someone to hype me up.
It's week 10 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Blues, leader at quarterback. There were no problems for him last week, going over 350 passing yards. It's the Blues and the Thunderbirds, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we got a good one in store, as it'll be the... The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 81 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game planning and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Back to throw. McCauley. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a throw that's complete. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. McCauley. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. If he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd down and 6 now. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw again. McCauley under pressure, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A quick throw going to be caught by Hamilton. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
One back, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. As they've got it as we resume action. To throw on third down. McCauley buying time to his left. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCauley. This is Smith to the ground. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle they go. Whitehead. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now he's loose at the 40, and finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The 22 more yards there, and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, he'll drop to throw. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Blues have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on 2nd down. McCauley. He's got Green. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off the play fake. McCauley. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, McCauley. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me.
Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead.
In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive in total 8 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Canton offense takes over once again. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCollum, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCollum, and that will be incomplete as well.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
On 1st down, McCauley in trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. A final shot before break. McCauley. It's caught. Smith.
Into space at the 45. Still on his feet.
And down to the 28-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, and it's the Bears who have the lead. The Bears seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are out in front in that one. The Black Knights looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. The Titans seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson. Able to avoid him. He's still on his feet. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can find out more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down, Thunderbirds.
They'll run on first down. Whitehead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Whitehead. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Pickup of 2 yards. And a Canton first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Whitehead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 47 now, that work with a 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barnett. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On first and 10, McCauley.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores. And
at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been down.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards.
And the Blues are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. McCauley. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A throw over the middle taken in. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2 yards on the play. And a Canton first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun. McCauley. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCauley. Under pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 1st down. McCauley throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And the reception made by Green. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to throw. McCauley. And it's caught. Touchdown. touchdown. And the Thunderbirds take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically. But it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. They'll look to throw now on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
so that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff looking right, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Canton offense takes over once again. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
On 1st down, McCauley got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, McCauley. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCauley. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a 3rd and 6. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
Well, an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
16 yards, a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Brooklyn, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4 and 6. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Canton, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8 and 2 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.